Confused by all the diet noise out there. One day it's cut carbs to lose weight, the next it's protein builds muscle and fats. They are either the villain or the hero. It's exhausting, right? Have you ever tried a diet that left you tired or frustrated? You're not alone. So what's the real deal with protein, carbs, and fats? In just 10 minutes, I'll uncover the truth, how these nutrients actually work in your body, why you've been misled, and how to use them to feel stronger, healthier, and more energized without falling for fad diets. Stick with me, because this could totally change how you see food forever. Raise your hand if you've ever tried cutting carbs to lose weight, only to feel tired, cranky, or stuck. Or maybe you've loaded up on protein, thinking it's the secret to muscles and health, but saw no results and felt bloated instead. And fats, most of us avoid them like they're the enemy, scared they'll make us gain weight instantly. Sound familiar? You're not alone. Harvard Health says 70% of dieters fail because they don't get how protein, carbs, and fats really work. The problem isn't you, it's the confusing advice out there. Ditch carbs completely, your brain and muscles lose energy, leaving you foggy and weak. Overdo protein, your kidneys can take a hit, and extra protein just turns into fat. Skip fats, you're starving your body of hormones and energy it needs to function. Here's a wake-up call. A study from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that cutting carbs for too long can slash your workout performance by 20%. And overloading on protein without balance, it can stress your organs. Ever felt exhausted after starting a new diet? That's your body begging for the right fuel. We keep falling into these traps because we're fed half-truths about food. Have you ever wondered why your diet didn't work? It's not about willpower, it's about missing the full picture. But don't worry, we're about to clear things up and show you how to stop sabotaging your health. Okay, now that we've seen how diet myths can trip us up, let's get to the truth about protein, carbs, and fats. Think of your body as a machine. These three nutrients are its fuel, but each one plays a unique role. Get them right and you'll feel unstoppable. Get them wrong and you're stuck in neutral. Let's break it down step by step so you can finally understand what's going on inside you. First up, protein. You've probably heard it's the key to building muscle. And that's partly true. Protein is like the bricks that build your muscles, skin, hair, and even your immune system. Every time you move, heal, or fight off a cold, protein's working behind the scenes. The Institute of Medicine says you need about 0.8 to 1, 2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight daily. For a 60-kilo person, that's roughly 48 to 72 grams. Think 2 eggs, a small chicken breast, and a handful of beans. But here's the big myth. More protein doesn't always mean more muscle. If you chug protein shakes without working out, that extra protein doesn't magically turn into biceps. Instead, your body can store it as fat. Yes, you heard that right. Too much protein can make you gain weight just like anything else. And overdoing it long-term, it might stress your kidneys, according to studies in the Journal of Nutrition. So protein's awesome, but it's not a magic bullet. Have you been loading up on protein thinking it's all you need? Next, let's talk carbs. They've gotten a bad rap, but carbs are your body's main energy source. Your brain, muscles, and even your heart rely on them to keep going. When you eat carbs, your body turns them into glucose. Think of it as the gas that powers your engine. The catch, not all carbs are created equal. Simple carbs like white bread, soda, or candy spike your blood sugar fast, then crash, leaving you hungry and tired. Complex carbs like brown rice, oats, or sweet potatoes release energy slowly, keeping you full and focused. The CDC says choosing complex carbs can cut your risk of type 2 diabetes by up to 30%. That's huge. But here's the mistake, cutting carbs completely. If you've ever felt foggy or weak on a low-carb diet, that's your brain begging for glucose. A study in the Lancet found that extreme low-carb diets can sap your energy and even mess with your mood. So carbs aren't the enemy, they are your fuel. Are you eating the right kind? Now let's tackle fats. For years, we've been told to fear fat, but that's old news. Fats are essential for making hormones, protecting your cells, and storing energy for when you need it. The trick is knowing which fats to choose. Good fats like those in avocados, olive oil, nuts, and fatty fish can actually lower bad cholesterol by up to 10%, according to Stanford University research. Bad fats, like trans fats in fried foods or processed snacks, clog your arteries and pack on pounds. The myth, all fats make you fat, not true. Cutting out all fats can leave you tired with dry skin or even feeling down since your brain needs fat to function well. Ever notice how a handful of almonds keeps you full longer than a low-fat snack? That's good fat at work. So how do you put this all together? It's about balance. The U.S. dietary guidelines suggest getting 45 to 65% of your calories from carbs, 20 to 35% from fats, and 10 to 35% from protein. Picture your plate, half veggies, a quarter protein, a quarter complex carbs, and a drizzle of healthy fat like a tablespoon of olive oil. For example, a balanced lunch might be a small chicken breast, a cup of brown rice, a pile of greens, and a few slices of avocado. Simple, right? But here's the kicker. No single nutrient is the hero. Protein builds you, carbs fuel you, fats protect you. Mess with one and the whole system wobbles. Ever tried a diet that cut out one of these completely? Bet it didn't feel great. The secret is getting all three in the right amounts, and we're about to show you how one person made it work. Now that you know how protein, carbs, and fats work, let's see how this plays out in real life. Meet Sarah, a 32-year-old office worker who was just like many of us, tired, frustrated, and stuck in a cycle of failed diets. Sarah tried everything. First, she cut carbs completely, thinking it would help her shed pounds. But after 2 weeks, she was exhausted, snapping at her coworkers, and could barely focus. Sound familiar? She thought, okay, maybe protein's the answer. So she loaded up on chicken, eggs, and protein shakes, hoping to build muscle and feel better. But instead, she felt bloated, her workouts didn't improve, and she actually gained weight. What was going wrong? Sarah was falling for the same diet traps we talked about, cutting one nutrient and overdoing another. She was ready to give up. Then Sarah learned about balance. She started small, making one meal a day. Follow a simple rule: include protein, carbs, and fats in the right proportions. She swapped white rice for brown rice, added grilled fish or tofu for protein, and threw in a handful of nuts or a drizzle of olive oil for healthy fats. She also filled half her plate with veggies. Within a month, Sarah was a different person. She dropped 4 pounds, had energy to get through her workday, and even started enjoying her workouts again. Her mood lifted and she slept like a baby. The secret? She stopped fighting her body and started fueling it right. Sarah's story shows that you don't need extreme diets, just a smarter approach. So how can you do this yourself? It's easier than you think. Here are 3 simple steps to get started today. Step 1. Choose the right foods. For protein, go for lean options like chicken, fish, eggs, or beans. Skip processed stuff like sausages or bacon. For carbs, pick complex ones: brown rice, oats, sweet potatoes instead of white bread or sugary snacks. For fats, embrace the good ones: avocados, olive oil, nuts, or fatty fish like salmon. Avoid trans fats in fried foods or packaged snacks. Step 2. Balance your plate. Picture this: half your plate is colorful veggies, think broccoli, spinach, or carrots. A quarter is protein, like a palm-sized piece of chicken. Another quarter is complex carbs, like a small scoop of quinoa. Then add a tablespoon of healthy fat like olive oil or a few slices of avocado. It's simple but powerful. Step 3. Listen to your body. Feeling tired? You might need more carbs for energy. Hungry soon after eating? Add more protein or fat to stay full. Start with one balanced meal a day and adjust as you go. For example, a great breakfast could be a bowl of oats with a boiled egg and a few almonds, or a lunch with grilled fish, brown rice, and a side of greens drizzled with olive oil. This isn't about perfection, it's about progress. Sarah didn't change everything overnight. She started small. And those small changes added up. Have you been stuck in a diet rut? You can break free by giving your body what it needs. These 3 steps: choose the right foods, balance your plate, and listen to your body, will set you on the path to feeling stronger and healthier without the stress of crazy diets. Ready to try it? So let's wrap this up. Protein, carbs, and fats aren't the enemy. They're your body's building blocks, fuel, and protectors. The trick is balance. First, protein builds your muscles and keeps you strong, but more isn't always better. Second, carbs power your brain and body, so choose complex ones like brown rice or oats over sugary junk. Third, fats are essential for hormones and energy. Just pick the good ones like avocados or olive oil. Get these 3 in the right mix and you're not just eating, you're thriving. No extreme diets, no confusion, just real results. You don't need to overhaul your life overnight. Start small like Sarah did. Try one balanced meal today: half veggies, a quarter protein, a quarter complex carbs, and a touch of healthy fat. Maybe it's grilled chicken, quinoa, and a salad with olive oil. Every bite gets you closer to feeling stronger, more energized, and in control. What's stopping you from making that change? Nothing. You've got the tools now, so here's your challenge. Try the balanced plate trick for one meal today. See how you feel and share your experience in the comments below. I'd love to hear it. If this video helped you understand food better, hit that share button. Pass it on to a friend who's stuck in the diet trap. Together, we can cut through the noise and eat smarter. What's one food you're excited to add to your plate? Let's make healthy eating simple and fun.